Oh.
You're gonna have to go lighter. Brighter. Which one? Does the phone look better like that? Can you put it down a little bit? That's too bright. Put it down. No, 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 no. Down there. Minus. It's too bright. I don't like it. No, lower, 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 lower. You want to go one higher? That's it. Leave it. All right. Can you hear me? Have you switched the audio? I don't think you've switched the audio. Over there, you don't think you how come it's not moving? You two can't hear me. Oh, okay. I couldn't see it. I told you to show me. Am I in the center on this one? Okay. Okay, good. So I need to go a little bit more. I gotta stop looking at the TV that way. What is up? Can you open this? I forgot which one it is. Don't. I really forgot what it was. Okay, but don't say it loud. Is everything good? Capichi? How'd that work out for that dumbass? It's ramping up. You know what? Right now, the market is down and people are scared. No. People are scared because they're dumb. They don't understand that stock market, if the stock market's down, that just means it's time to buy. Time to start buying your stocks now.
So then they're just more worried about.
Well, all the economy does go down, and yeah, it's time to buy stocks. Whenever everybody's panicking, oh, the economy's going down, they should be looking forward to it because that means stocks are cheap. I always forget to fix this chair. Okay. Are both good?
Yep.
What do we have going on? What is going on? Look, it wasn't giving me more than 2 days. Now it's giving me 5, 6 days. So we're gonna go. Yeah,
6 days back.
we'll go. 6 is too much. We won't have enough time to go over everything. All right. Liquid egg products distributed in Colorado are recalled because of possible bleach contamination. What a dumbass. Let's read this.
Oh, no, so just a question.
Can't fucking have anything good to eat nowadays. Yeah.
What are those like white stuff in the egg? Like when you crack it open, you see like
A little string.
yeah,
The string is just part of the.
yolk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's not. It's nothing.
oh okay.
The liquid eggs were distributed to locations. What was that? No. Goddamn ads. I was like, what was that? The liquid eggs were distributed to locations in Arizona, California, Florida, Illinois, Iowa, Ohio, and Texas. but there's a possibility they were distributed nationwide. You don't know where the fucking eggs went, the liquid eggs. See, that's why you shouldn't buy repackaged shit. And you shouldn't just be eating the yolk either. Because all the nutrients are, you shouldn't just be eating the white on the egg. Because all the nutrients are in the yolk.
That's what I did used to when I was smaller.
Mm-hmm. Over 200 pounds of liquid egg products have been recalled because they may contain a cleaning solution with bleach. Hell no! The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Safety Inspection Service announced the recall includes 32-ounce cartons of egg batter, whatever the fuck that, brand original liquid egg substitute, cage-free original liquid egg substitute, cage-free original frozen egg substitute, no ejaladas originals substituto de huevo congelado, and Bob Evans brand butter and eggs made with real egg whites. The products have varying best by dates.
You sure about that?
What is the batch number? We need a batch number. Come on.
Batch number?
Yeah.
Isn't that like the little things on the side?
Yeah, the number on the side. That means that tells them when they made it, where they made it, and all that. So if you buy liquid eggs, well, all the eggs are liquid. But if you buy eggs in carton instead of getting the regular eggs, you played yourself, fool. Layoff begins at U.S. health agencies charged with tracking disease, researching, regulating food. Oh, you mean like fucking Fauci? That's how you mean? Yeah, he was tracking everything too. An administrative error sends Maryland father to El Salvador prison. The Trump administration says that is mistakenly deported an immigrant with protected status, but that courts are powerless to order his return.
You sure about that?
Yeah, that sucks. That guy was kind of in my situation, and he got deported and put in jail.
Damn.
Even though he had, I don't know what kind of legal status he has now. Because he's out of the country, so.
Okay.
It is still the greatest nation in the world.
Okay.
I gotta say that.
Stop!
I don't have to say that, but I say it because I really believe it.
Well, if you're going to keep saying America, then might as well add the bald eagle sound in here.
Oh, that's a good one. Write it down. Write it down. I need that. Every time I say the America, the greatest nation in the world, you play the eagle. Well, it's not an eagle sound; it's a hawk sound. So so we're aware. But don't worry about it. All right, yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't even want to read that because it hits too close to home. I don't even want to know what's going on. Amish buggies targeted an armed rob. See what I mean? You can't have shit. You can't even have nice shit no more. Even the Amish are being robbed now.
What?
Have they always been robbed? That's a good question. I should ask that. Amish buggies targeted an armed robbery. What are you gonna steal from them? They don't have money. They don't have things. Well, they probably have a cell phone on them, but that's about it. But you can get a cell phone pretty cheap. Come on now. What's going on? What happened?
I don't know. I just did that again.
I wonder why it does it when we're... Oh, it's probably because we're live. Because when we're recording, it doesn't do that, right?
Yeah.
Probably does it because we're live then. Whatever. Anyways.
So disclaimer then.
It says, an armed man allegedly robbed 2 Amish buggies in western Pennsylvania, according to the police. Authorities received a report of an armed robbery on a road in Lackawanna. Oh, that's that town from... The Office, Lackawanna County. Yeah, they mentioned it. This is different. It's something or whatever. Anyways, robbery on a road in Lackawanna Township in Mercer County at approximately 8 p.m. on Thursday, according to information released Sunday by the Pennsylvania State Police Department. One victim reported that while in his buggy, a vehicle approached him from the front and stopped. Police said in a statement, a male then approached the buggy, pointed a firearm at him, and demanded that he give his wallet. Police said, "Those people don't have wallets. The fuck."
I don't think they ever carry.
Oh, the buggy operator handed over his wallet. Oh, you guys do have wallets, huh?
Damn, son.
I wasn't expecting that. I was gonna say, but I don't even have a wallet. What do you have in your wallet if you're Amish? You don't have an ID, so what do you have? You definitely don't have a credit card or whatever the fuck, or a debit card for that matter. Or maybe they do. Or maybe there is an Amish bank and we don't know about it. There probably is.
Maybe.
Anyways, the buggy operator handed over his wallet and the suspect got back into his vehicle and fled, the police said. The vehicle was described as a small black sedan and the suspect as a white male, of course. Where we should have played guess. Next article that we hear about a robbery, we're going to guess. Okay? Sedan suggests a white male wearing dark clothing in the medical mask, police said. While officials were in the scene, a second victim reported a similar incident that occurred on a nearby road. The second victim told police that while in his buggy, the small black sedan drove beside him and told him to stop and demanded his wallet, police said.
Hell no!
The buggy operator refused to give the suspect his wallet, and the black sedan drove away. Oh, it was that easy, right? Why the other guy didn't do that? The second victim confirmed with the police that the suspect was a white male wearing a dark clothing and medical mask, holding a firearm sideways, and was sitting in his passenger seat of the vehicle. Officials said he wasn't holding it sideways.
So nothing, basically.
No, this is so funny. Because listen, the second victim confirmed they didn't believe him. They didn't believe him he was a white male, but I'm 100% sure if it would have said a black male, they would have believed him right away. That's how racist people are. Hooters file for bankruptcy. Good, you guys are fucking too expensive.
Isn't Hooters the like coffee and donuts?
No, that's it's a restaurant.
Oh. By the way, isn't there like logo an owl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so then then I know.
Putin begins Russian military call-up in years. Didn't they did that a long time ago? Yeah, they already did that, so I don't know what's news about this. President Vladimir Putin has called 160,000 men aged 18 to 30, Russia's highest number of conscripts since 2011, as the count of the country moves to expand the size of its military. The spring call-up for a year military service came several months after Putin said Russia should increase the overall size of its military to almost 2.39 trillion and its numbers of active servicemen to 1.5 million. They do have a lot of people. I don't know how to read that name. I don't know how to read that name. That's why I stopped reading it, because there was a name of an officer and
You just sound like a talking octopus.
I was speaking Russian. 23 states, D.C. sued Trump administration over billions in lost public health funding. They're mad because they're finding all the money that they were wasting on absolutely nothing. Remember how in North Carolina, people went through a tornado, whatever the hell it was, hurricane.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Nobody got help. So that sucks.
Hell no!
DOJ, Department of whatever J means, Justice. Department of Justice to seek the death penalty for Luigi Mangione in CEO murder case. That guy, they want to kill that guy because he killed the CEO of some stupid company that doesn't pay people's money. I mean, I'm just surprised that there wasn't any more of that. So, Attorney General Pom Bondi has ordered Department of Justice prosecutors to stop this stupid ads. Goddamn ads. Department of Justice prosecutors to seek the death.
You're fuzzing up on here.
It should be fine. It might just be us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Attorney General Pam Bondi has ordered Department of Justice prosecutors to seek the death penalty in the case against Luigi Mangione in connection with the December 4th slaying of the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. You shouldn't have put your prices too high, bro. Luigi Mangione murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man, Mangione, and father of 2 young children, was premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America, Bondi said.
Man,
kind of like when it was so cold-blooded, I'm going to compare it to kind of like when a CEO doesn't want to pay the insurance that one's been paying for fucking years, right? That's pretty cold blood too.
That happened.
Yeah, but that's what they do. The Ivy League graduate is accused of killing Thompson, and the health insurance executive was headed to an investor meeting in a New York City hotel. He was about to go to a meeting where he was about to start talking shit about all the people they've killed. Yes, they've killed a bunch of people, and he's not getting a case for it.
Damn.
The Department of Justice said that the attack was an act of political violence. I'm going to say just violence. Justice served. The department has said Mangione was motivated to spark a discussion about the healthcare industry, which they didn't speak about it. They only talked about it the week that he killed him, and then everybody forgot all about it till now. So they're seeking the death penalty. They want to kill him because he killed someone that had killed a bunch of people too. Yeah,
So,
by the way.
And they basically just go after people that they know about stuff.
No, they go after people who commit crimes.
Well, yeah, but then, like, once they don't... Because I know there's, like, a couple that revealed themselves pretty easily.
I don't know what you're talking about now.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Wisconsin teen killed mother and stepfather and lived with corpse for weeks, prosecutors say. You know what happened? You know how this happens?
Phone's overheating.
Huh?
Phone's overheating.
Which one?
TikTok.
Oh, hold on, let me look at it.
You did hear me say TikTok, right? Is it? Yeah, I said TikTok.
Is it overheating? What's the battery?
Pretty sure it won't show me.
Looks fine.
Okay. But I did say TikTok was overheating.
TikTok was overheating or the phone was overheating?
Phone.
Okay. Anyways, whatever. It's fine. It is. Did I move? No, we're good, right?
Okay.
All right. The Wisconsin teen, you know, what I was going to say was, you know what this happens? You spare the rod, you rot the child. Wisconsin teen killed mother. You spare the rod, this kind of shit happens.
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Because I know, like...
What he needed when he was a baby, when he would throw those tantrums, he needed an ass whooping. That's what he needed. But he didn't get an ass whooping. He didn't at all.
Also, they were just basically... So he was basically...
No, Connor, don't do that, Connor. Fucking smack that little shithead. Nikita Kasab, 17 in court last week. Oh, it was Nikita, not Connor. My bad. Well, Connor. We'll blame Connor for everything. Appeared in court last week and was charged with first degree intentional homicide. In the death of his mother, Tatiana Kasab, 35, and stepfather, Donald Mayer, 51.
Oh, that sounds familiar, like that one story where a kid killed his mother over a Quest 2 headset.
Oh, that's another one. That's what I'm telling you. You spare the rod, you rot the child. That's my saying, by the way. That's nobody else's saying.
Watching when somebody else is gonna come out saying it was theirs.
It goes by it. There's a saying, something that goes something like that. But I just got half of it. I only can remember half of it. That's why I said the other part. A Wisconsin teenager has been charged with murdering his mother and stepfather, accused of living with their corpse for 2 weeks and taking video with at least one of their bodies, prosecutors said. See what I mean? He had the balls to live with 2 dead bodies for weeks.
4 weeks.
That's not normal. Nikita Kasab, 17, appeared in court Thursday in Waukesha, where he faces a slew of charges, including first-degree intentional homicide and the death of his mother, Tatiana Kasab, and his stepfather, Donald Meyer, 51. Their bodies were found February 28 after Mayer's mother called the sheriff's office and asked for a welfare check on the family. They were found in a state of decay, bearing gunshot wounds. Where do you get the gun from? The criminal complaint said the Kasab hadn't been present at school for 2 weeks and that no excuse absence had been provided. Nikita Kasab was arrested February 28 after he ran a stop sign in Waukene, Kansas, more than 800 miles from his Wisconsin home. He was found driving his stepfather's Volkswagen Atlas, his stepfather Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum, the victim's driver license and spelled shell casing were found in the car, according to the complaint. The teen was initially charged March 3rd with operating a motor vehicle without the owner's consent and theft of movable property in the connections with the cars and the gun.
Oh, hell no!
Wait, also, what color was he?
Take a wild guess.
Black.
No. White.
White?
That's 241. Measles case in Texas and New Mexico rise to 470, state health department says. Yeah, I would think that in Texas and New Mexico would be most of the people who are really against vaccines. Whoops. 4th missing U.S. soldier found dead in Lithuania. Ooh, that sucks.
Gay!
The 4 soldiers disappeared during a training exercise last week when their armored vehicle became submerged in a peat bog.
Okay.
The body of the 4th U.S. Army soldier who disappeared during training exercise, by the way, Marines, that wouldn't have happened, who disappeared during the training exercise in Lithuania last week was found Tuesday afternoon, military officials announced. Staff Sergeant Troy S. Knudson Collins, a 28-year-old native of Battle Creek, Michigan, was formally identified Wednesday by the Army's 3rd Infantry Division. Knudson Collins was the last to be found after bodies of 3 other soldiers were found Monday. All four of the soldiers were permanently stationed at Fort Stewart, Georgia. They had disappeared during a training exercise on March 25th when their M88A22 Hercules armored vehicle recovery vehicle submerged in the peat bog. The 63-ton armored vehicle was also removed from the peat bog early Monday. Previously, the Army had identified the dead ass, not ass as in ass, but the dead person. As Sergeant Jose Duenas Jr., 25, of Joliet, Illinois, and Sergeant Edwin F. Franco, 25, Glendale, California, and PFC Dante Tatiano, 21, and Didi Guam of Dido Guam. Although we were relieved to have found all 4 dog-faced soldiers, it does not make the pain of their loss any less. Major General Christopher Norrie, 3rd Infantry Division Commander General, said in a statement on Wednesday. What?
TikTok's over. Well, the phone for TikTok is overheating again.
You keep saying that? Oh, well. Just got the #1 glitter badge. I got a badge. Oh, wow.
Because it just always says that, and when I usually check, it's not there.
Yeah, where?
Never mind.
Oh, hi. say hi. Anyways, the U.S. Army. I'm trying to know how they died, but I don't think it's gonna say how they died. The U.S. Army and Lithuanian authorities are investigating the cause of the accident. The 4 soldiers were found near Pabrad after an strenuous week-long search that involved hundreds of rescue workers from American, Lithuanian, Polish, and Estonian forces. The search required scoring. I thought it was scouting, but whatever. Scoring. Oh, come on. Scoring thick forest and swampy terrains, as well as specialized equipment to stabilize the soft ground. Lithuania had deployed the soldiers in support of Operation Atlantic Resolve to provide credible ground deterrence alongside allies and partners. The U.S. Army Europe and Africa Public Affairs Office said. Yeah, it doesn't say how they die. I was trying to find out how they die.
Wait, so then doesn't most deaths say how they died?
Well, if the investigation is not done, they're not gonna say. Just like the first articles that came out about this, they weren't saying how many soldiers were dead or who their names were, but they already told their families, "Hey, your son's dead. Thank you for your service. Here's a flag."
Give him money.
What money? Even the ones that look at around in the streets. This is the greatest nation in the world, by the way.
Yeah, we definitely need that sound effect.
What was I saying? Look at how many veterans are in the street. A lot of the homeless are veterans.
Yeah.
Don't you think those people should be taken care of a lot better?
Yeah.
But they're not. There is the VA, but that's about it. There's no other, even when they get sick, the government doesn't really take care of them. So, it is the greatest nation in the world, by the way.
Oh, but also,
I love it.
Wait, did I already tell you that one of my friends' dads is a Marine?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I haven't told you about that?
No.
I'll tell you more in a bit.
No. He still lives in Hemet. Bonaire Juvenile Center fires point to broader problems. I don't know what that means. Bankruptcy judge denies J&J settlement plan, Johnson & Johnson settlement plan related to baby powder containing talc. That's cancerous to girls. Maybe to boys too. It shrink your balls and it turns you into a trans. Mississippi government signs typo tax overhaul bill into law to phase out income tax. Mississippi is going to go away with taxes too. That's another state. Oh, come on, California. Get away from paying taxes. Come on, let's do it. We can do it. Senator Cory Booker's speech in protest of Trump breaks the Senate record. I don't care. I'm over knowing about politics.
Damn, son.
Sackett Harbor community calls for a return of 3 children taken during ICE dairy farm visits. Hungarians keep up protests against Orban's move to ban Pride. Good. Remove it. That was good. Very good. HHS layoffs hit Meals on Wheels and other services for seniors and disabled. What did I just tell you? See how they don't take care of old people? But also, it's old people. Susan Crawford wins Wisconsin Supreme Court race, defying Elon Musk. Whatever. Actors Val Kilmer and star of Batman Forever dies at 25. Well, I guess it's like 65. Well, I guess that wasn't forever now, was it? A man wielding an axe wounds 3 at the Assyrian Christian New Year parade in Iraq. You see that? Did you listen to what I just read? What I just read in April. Did you hear what I just read?
No, I was looking at
Okay, now pay attention to this. Listen to what I'm just going to read. A man wielding an axe wounds 3 people at a Assyrian Christian New Year parade in Iraq. What month are we?
April.
New Year parade. This just happened, by the way. New Year parade.
Oh.
And Iraq is another one. That's old. That's an old. What's the word I'm looking for?
Year.
No, that's an old culture. People. Those people have maintained like the way they lived like forever. But they had a when the U.S. went to war at first in Iraq. There's people that said they were digging the U.S. Army was digging some stuff out of the ground and taking it out of the country. And the conspiracy is that they found an ark. Yeah. And they found the body of Epic of Gilgamesh, which is Noah from the flood, from the Bible. And the body looked intact. That was a conspiracy. So, I mean, I don't know. But what I'm saying is April 1st.
New Year.
Is the beginning of April 1st is the beginning of spring. In April, spring begins. Everything's born. Everything's new. The only reason December we celebrate Christmas and New Year's in December, January is because of the Gregorian calendar from the Romans. That they set it all up that way because that was the beginning, and January was the beginning when you pay taxes.
Because didn't the Romans not like odd numbers?
I don't know. I don't think they. I don't know. I don't know what they had or they didn't. I don't. Maybe they did.
That there was like a couple things that I saw about the Romans, and they said they did not like odd numbers.
Well, what numbers do people not like today?
None.
But you need numbers. You can just not have numbers. That's how you count your age too. So, anyways, celebrating New Year's in April is because January 1st is New Year's. But also, what's April 1st?
April Fools.
What are they calling you?
Fools.
Fools! You guys don't know that April 1st is the New Year's.
Oh, what's funny is that at that time when it hit April 1st is that I told one of my friends Happy New Year.
Did you? They didn't know what you were talking about?
Yeah, they got confused.
Well, see what I mean? They don't like all these parents don't teach their kids. They want their kids to do well, but their parents don't know anything. You should know something. You should at least know when New Year's is and why. Most people don't. But it doesn't matter. The annual parade by the Assyrian Christian in the Iraqi community in the city of Dohuk to mark their new year was marked Tuesday. That was April 1st. Procession and wounded 3 people. Witness and local officials said the parade held every April 1st drew thousands of Assyrians from Iraq across the diaspora who marched through Dohuk in northern Iraq waving Assyrian flags and wearing colorful tradition clothes. Witness said the attacker, who has not been officially identified, ran towards the crowd shouting Islamic slogans. Yeah, he was probably saying Islam is the religion of love and peace while he killed everybody. He struck 3 people with an axe.
Wait, what kind of axe? I'm kind of curious.
What do you mean what kind of axe? There's only one type of axe.
No, there's 3 types.
Oh, well, come on, it's Iraq. The type of axe you think they're going to have? It's not going to be a fancy axe. It's going to be a regular old axe.
Oh, because I was thinking of a battle axe for some reason.
No. Videos circulating online showed him pinned to the ground, repeatedly shouting Islamic State, the Islamic State remains. Unfortunately. For now, bro. For now. A 17-year-old boy and a 75-year-old woman suffered skull fractures. A member of the local security forces who was operating a surveillance drone was also wounded. All 3 were hospitalized. Local security officials said, you know, I'm not even going to say.
Okay.
Germans seeking to deport 2 Irish citizens for taking part in pro-Palestine.
Hell no!
See what I mean? It's not only happening in the U.S. The U.S. sends 3-person disaster response teams to earthquake-stricken Myanmar after USAID gutted. See how they're still sending help, even though they took away that agency that was doing, how do you call it? How do you say it? Taking down governments? 'Cause that's what they were doing. The USAID paid a lot of money so that Ukraine can overthrow their president that they had, and they could put Zelensky in his place. Yes. Most people don't know that, by the way. The UK's couple's death in New Zealand probed as murder-suicide. Of course. Wonder what they knew. Who were they? The death of British couple in New Zealand are being investigated as a murder-suicide, police said. Police said a man and a woman who have not been named were found after officers were asked to conduct a welfare check in Roseneath, a suburb of the capital, Wellington, on Monday. This is weird to be reading Wellington.
Beef Wellington.
Yeah, beef Wellington. The couple was reported to have moved to New Zealand from the UK late last year. Department in... What was that? Okay. The department... I don't know how to read that. Whatever. They both died. One killed the other. Oh, well.
You sure about that?
No, not really. The third ex-police officer arrested in Rotherham child sexual exploitation inquiry.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
In the, I don't know, the Guardian. We don't believe the Guardian, by the way. Well, we believe the Guardian in this article. Well, if it's true. Man dressed like Trump terrorized New Jersey donut shop. This is funny.
Donut shop.
Oh, the man dressed like drone. Man like drone. Did I just say drone?
What you said, drone?
Man dressed like Trump.
Oh.
It's so funny because it's a chick that dressed like a man. Is that cultural appropriation? I say that's cultural appropriation.
Definitely.
A Holmdel man is accused of trying to destroy a pride flag. That's not destruction.
It's good.
It happened outside the donut shop in Matawang. He reportedly made Nazi gestures too. He was pointing at the flag. He was saying that flag doesn't belong there,
So
and they're calling that Nazi gesture. I don't know.
Doing this.
I don't know. I'm just saying he was just pointing at the flag. You can't even point at a 45-degree angle now because they think you're being racist.
So they think I'm it. Oh, they're right there.
Yeah, they think you're a Nazi.
What?
He's not even dressed like Trump. Oh my God.
Wait, let me see. I want to see.
Trump doesn't dress with a Tupac shirt. Like, that's the stupidest comparison you could have ever made it. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. I'll show you. Look. Trump would never dress with a... you won't be able to see it.
You might have to get it a little closer.
Let me see.
Hold on, go back. Right there.
That is not dressed like Trump. That's dressed like a hobo from whatever. You can't see it on my phone. Huh? You can probably look it. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well,
I told you he was dressed like a man. Anyways. Wait, I didn't get it. Now I'm confused. Was he dressed? No.
he wasn't.
No, he was attacking the pride stuff. They said he was dressed like Trump because of the hair. That's retarded. Now it's not funny. It was funny when I thought it was the other way. Now it's not funny.
It would have been funny if it was even if he had the orange
It doesn't
skin.
matter.
That would've been funny.
Over 200 passengers sickened with norovirus aboard. Burn that ship down. You know what? Sink that ship to the bottom of the ocean. We don't need no viruses fucking going around, coming out of fucking cruise ship from disgusting people. A norovirus. What is a norovirus, first of all? Now go to Google and find out what a norovirus and tell us. Either or. Use your phone. That's fine. Use your phone. It'll be faster. The effective voyage, was a luxury Cunard Line ship traveling from Southampton, England through New York and the Caribbean before returning to the United Kingdom, according to the cruise mapper. I wonder what that position does. A mapper. The ship, Cunard's Queen Mary 2, is scheduled to travel on this route for nearly a month.
So is it spelled N-R...
Noro virus. The ship Cunard's Queen Mary 2 is scheduled to travel this route for nearly a month, having departed March 8th and set to return on April 6th. Burn that ship.
So it's
what is a norovirus?
A highly contagious virus causing tetralis, commonly known as stomach flu, characterized by vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps. That's kind of it.
Will it kill us all? Probably it will. You know what? Burn that ship down, sink it to the bottom of the ocean, and have the sharks eat those people. It doesn't matter.
It spreads pretty easily through person to person.
Yeah, they're in a ship, so everybody's screwed there. And New York Mayor Eric Adams, corruptions case dismissed with prejudice, judge rules. The U.S. Supreme Court rejects medical marijuana firm bid to avoid racketeering suits. Of course they're not going to make it legal federally. And why? Because then all the paper companies are going to lose the way they make money. Because then if they make weed legal, they have to make hemp legal. And with hemp, you get food, you get clothes, and you get wood. You get wood. And the stalks, they grow fast. Not like wood.
So it can overgrow pretty easily?
Mm-hmm. In 6 months, you have a good harvest of wood that you can use to make homes. But they won't let them do that because they're using too much lumber. There's too much money to be made in lumber, paper, wood, name it. It's there.
Ink.
Doge official DOG bragged about hacking, distributing pirated software. I don't think they bragged about that. I think you're lying. European police said Kickflix, one of the largest pedophile platform in the world, busted in joint operation. That's from Roblox, by the way.
What?
Yes. Pedophiles, they're right there trying to get kids. And then they trick kids into sending them pictures, and then that's how kids kill themselves too, because some kids will send inappropriate pictures, and then those people are blackmailing, telling them, oh, we're going to tell your parent you did this, and if you don't send us money, if you don't do this or that.
Oh, yeah, there was a guy on YouTube that basically keeps an eye on basically every single one of those guys.
Yeah, I don't, but it's a lot of people like that on there. So you gotta be careful when you're online. Girl killed by friend while playing with gun in Sacramento, sheriff says.
Don't be playing with the damn gun.
Well, survival of the fittest.
Wait.
Only problem is, she was in the room too, so survival of the fittest it is.
Was it Russian roulette they were doing or something?
No, they were probably, let's see what they were doing. Okay. A teenager who killed his friend while they were playing with a gun in South Sacramento home over the weekend has been arrested, authorities said Tuesday. The Sacramento County Sheriff Office said it happened Sunday afternoon at a home in the... What was that? Go check over there. I'll keep reading. Several minors were located at the home during the time of the incident, but authorities said the alleged shooter was a male teen and the victim was a female teen, both 16. Investigators learned that the male teen had brought the gun to the home after they had been playing With the gun, the male teen had shot the female teen in the head and left the scene with the firearm before law enforcement arrived, the sheriff's office said. The girl was declared deceased at the scene by the first responder. Authorities said several other minors were detained when law enforcement arrived, as the circumstances of the shooting were still under investigation. It was Tuesday morning in Stockton when the law enforcement officials located and arrested the alleged shooter. He was booked into the Sacramento County Juvenile Hall and on a murder charge, the sheriff's office said. Prior to his arrest, investigators said it was revealed that the teen had 3 outstanding felony warrants and had a history of arrests for weapons violations and sex crimes. Neither of the involved individuals were identified.
Wait, could I put us? Oh, wait, never mind.
What?
Put us on mute real quick.
Put the both volumes down. The thing's on the phone.
Oh.
Kohl's changed DEI officer's title, broadened supplier diversity program. A U.S. man arrested for entering restricted North Sentinel Island in the Andamans. This is interesting. The Sentinelists, goddamn it. The Sentinelists who inhabited the North Sentinel Islands are designated as a particularly vulnerable tribal group. They are hostile to outsiders and have killed people who approach or land on the island. A U.S. national was arrested in the Andaman and Nicobar Island for allegedly entering the prohibited tribal reserved area in the North Sentinel Island, police said on Wednesday. Mikhailovich Viktorovich Polyakov, arrested by the CID on March 31st, had allegedly entered the North Sentinel Island without any authorization. They said he arrived in Port Blair on March 26, ventured to North Sentinel Island from the Kermadera Beach. They said he launched his boat from Kermadera Beach around 1 a.m. on March 29, carrying a coconut and a can of cola as an offering for the Sentinelese, police said. Polyakov reached the northeast shore of North Sentinel Island by 10 a.m. Using binoculars, he surveyed the area but saw no inhabitants, they said. He remained offshore for an hour, blowing a whistle to attract attention, but received no response. He landed briefly for about 5 minutes, left the offerings on the shores, collected the samples, and recorded a video before returning to his boat, police said. At 1 p.m., he started his return journey and reached Kermadera Beach by 7 p.m., where he was spotted by local fishermen, they said. Ah, you fucking snitch. The DGPHS Dhaliwal told PTI, we are getting more details about him and his intentions to visit the reserved tribal area. We are also trying to find where else he had visited during his stay in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. We are questioning the hotel staff where he was staying in Port Blair. Among the items seized from him were an inflatable boat and an outboard motor of OBM, which he had assembled at the local workshop. Police said he had planned his journey meticulously, conducted research on the sea condition, tides, and accessibility from the Kermadera Beach. He used a GPS navigator throughout his voyage, they said. Polyak, whose father is a Ukrainian origin, was found in possession of a GoPro camera, and its footage showed him landing on North Sentinel Island, police said.
You sure about that?
Well, that's what the police said. You know what? There's multiple ways I would have done this a little different. I would have. Well, if he got caught in the hotel, he should have taken his memory card and put it somewhere else.
Wait, how a memory card?
Yeah, the GoPros have memory cards.
Oh, like those.
Yeah, the little ones, the tiny ones.
Very tiny.
You could have hid that one, and nobody would have ever found your footages. And when you would have left jail, you could have just released all that. That's how I would have done it. Supreme Court signs with the FDA to dispute over sweet flavored vaping products. Quack, 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 quack. Staffers alleged abuse of 26 children in Philadelphia area at school. TikTok is going to go away again. Anyways, I'm done reading. Too much bad news or good news, perhaps. Let's see.
Wait, did we already do pet peeves?
No, that's where we're going now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's do this.
Why don't you just go to Reddit and go to pet peeves?
I thought I was following one that it was up to date, but there's not. It's not. When people think a boy hitting a girl means she has a, that's not. That's stupid. People who don't understand how algorithm work, the social media is an echo chamber by design. Not their real name. Yeah, that's annoying. Let's call them, let's not. Just use a fake. Nah, I'm not. Being asked to tip for making a donate. Oh, that's so annoying. Don't ask me to fucking tip. Don't ask me, do you wanna, what is it called? Round up to the dollar so you can donate to this. How about you shut the fuck up? Tipping culture is out of control. We are being asked to tip on top of making donations. For further context, this is an online site. There was a service fee on top of the donation. Then the site asked for a tip of 5%, 10%, 15% of a custom amount. I've seen a few different donation sites asking for tips now. This is not even... I'm annoyed by this. I think I wrote something down. Oh, it's on my other phone. Whatever. There was no good pet peeves today.
Go to Reddit.
I am on Reddit.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's no good ones. Okay, let's see. Something dumb. Tornado watchers. Did anyone else as a kid think that when the news said tornado watch, think it was a group of people who watch tornadoes, or was I? No, you were just dumb.
So you calling me dumb?
Do you thought tornado watchers was a group of people watching tornadoes?
Well, not a group, but like I knew it was a camera.
But he's saying people. So
Oh,
yeah, don't be dumb. Very accurate. Oh no, I'm not gonna have whatever. That's dumb. I wish I had something more fun. How about a thought? Let's share a thought. All right, let's see. Future people are going to talk about us with our microplastics and bad food pyramids the same way we talk about the Romans for using lead piping and lead cups.
Yep.
That's kind of true. That's kind of true. When you chew a whole peanut, you're making peanut butter in your mouth.
No, you're not.
You kind of are. It's gross to think of it that way, though. It's 2025, and the only way to figure out how to fix something as important as eyesight is by balancing glass on your nose, shoving silicone into your eyeballs, or firing a laser at your cornea, which, to be fair, is incredibly metal as hell. Benjamin, you're stupid. Voldemort killed exactly a quarter of himself. Yeah, that's all he killed.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because he only killed the part that was living in Harry, and Harry and everybody else killed him, the rest of him. Our brains recognize ads so fast, we skip them without a second thought. Of course, nobody wants to watch a stupid ad. Are the words on? Not yet. Okay. A compressed spring is heavier than when it was uncompressed. Yeah, I don't know about that. And in the digital age, death isn't just absence. It's watching someone leave the family group chat and knowing they won't read the next message.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, yeah, because who's going to read it? Professional grade products are often better than consumer grade ones because they prioritize function over appearance and avoid unnecessary bells and whistles. I don't know. Considering there are millions of species on Earth, you're pretty lucky if you can read this right now. Stupid. With the rise of AI, we will probably soon see the introduction of artisanal stock photos. First of all, what is artisanal? That was the first comment. What does artisanal mean in this sentence? I presume it means an actual photo taken with a camera of people, things. Like a real picture, not an AI photo. Despite everything that has happened in 42 years, a 2025 remake of War Games would probably have a similar plot. I don't understand that one. Nostalgia is no different than emotional deja vu. That's stupid. No, it's not.
I don't even get that.
Because deja vu didn't really happen, at least in this dimension.
I don't really get deja vu.
One day you will. It's not too high. The first time I saw one was when I was 13. Yeah. So that's why I say you will soon.
In the next 2 months, I say.
It's not to hide their identity. Even ninja tourists can tell each other apart with the color mask. What? I don't get it. Laptop computers sit on top of a desk far more often than full-size desktops sit on the desk. Air support security can probably tell who is starting any of the troop based on how the bag is packed when it goes through X-ray. Almost everybody has a song that reminds them of their ex. Not really.
Nah.
Aliens watching skateboarders would be a lot like humans watching cats always land on their feet. Toothpaste is a perfect example of the Pareto principle. The last 20%, last 80% of the time it's used. I didn't get that one. With just how many possible combinations there are, you probably say a never before uttered sentence every day. Every week I probably do. If you wear smaller size clothing, you are subsidizing the price for everyone else because you're paying the same price for less material. Yeah, how about you grow bigger? Maybe people like to pet animals because they miss having fur.
Big bag.
For live action adaptations of superheroes, they have two alter egos. The secret identity and the actor. I'm done reading this dumb stuff.
I can tell it's kind of pissing you off.
No, it's just boring. Wall Street says, be careful of Monday. What's going on Monday? I'm seeing a lot of people gearing up to go all with shorts and puts at open. And honestly, that makes sense. The market will likely dip again on Monday. That's what I thought. Especially, I know I said it's time to buy, but I also was going to say it's probably wait till it all settles all the way down and then it's all going to start going back up. But here's the thing. Be careful. This place assumes this fear isn't already priced into the recent drop. If the market has already backed into the worst case scenario, in an instance, we get a headline about fresh negotiations or de-escalations, you could get caught up in the wrong side of the bounds. You're right to plan for another drop. I am too, but as a technical trader, I'm reminding myself, use your assumptions to guide actions, not to dictate it. Wait for confirmation, watch for volumes, trends, breaks, or momentum shift before you enter. Don't just trade the narrative.
Okay.
Yeah. Bystander man with long gun arrested after altercation in downtown Lafayette anti-Trump protest. And there is Big Mike's husband, Obama. U.S. terrorist arrested after bringing a handgun into Japan. See, I will never understand stupid. Ever.
And also, it's
right.
basically bringing a handgun to what again?
Huh?
Bringing a handgun to Japan, right? Or China? So,
Either way, they'll kill you.
yeah. We're done.
Yeah. We'll finish it today. That was fun. We read a lot of articles. Thank you if you're still watching. Goodbye.
Just gotta wait for this one to end, right?